Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and welcome to the English News of Bình Phước radio, television stations and newspaper. I'm Hưng with the latest news for today. By 2030, Bình Phước to become an attractive destination of southeastern region. Enhancing literary artistic exchange. Vietnamese leader meets Chinese chief justice. Vietnam's potential in food industry introduced in Malaysia. By 2030, Bình Phước aims to transform into a modern, efficient and sustainable industrial province, becoming an attractive destination in the southeastern region. This objective is outlined in the plan by the Standing Committee of Bình Phước Provincial Party Committee, focusing on implementing the Politburo conclusions regarding the development of synchronized infrastructure to turn Vietnam into an industrial nation.
To effectively implement this plan, the province will prioritize the development of transportation, electricity, irrigation, climate change adaptation, urban areas, industrial zones, economic zones, trade, information, education and training, science and technology, healthcare, culture, sports, tourism, and essential solutions for modernizing and synchronizing the infrastructure system. The focus will be on key areas with breakthrough potential. The province will leverage existing infrastructure, enhance intra-regional and inter-regional connectivity, and utilize land, water, forests, and other resources effectively. Bình Phước will also develop a medium-term public investment plan that is focused and integrated, closely coordinating with the central government and localities in the southeastern region in infrastructure development. Key infrastructure projects such as the Western North-South Expressway segment from Gia Nghĩa Đắk Nông to Trân Thành Bình Phước, the Ho Chi Minh City Thủ Dầu Một Trân Thành Expressway running through Bình Phước, and the Đồng Phú Bình Dương Road will be prioritized for early investment and use.
Enhancing literary and artistic exchange and cooperation is one of the 6 tasks outlined in the plans by the Standing Committee of Bình Phước Provincial Party Committee, implementing conclusion number 84 of the Politburo in 2024 on continuing to build and develop literature and art in the new era.
Accordingly, Bình Phước will strengthen cultural and artistic exchange and cooperation with localities that are cultural, literary, and artistic centers nationwide, as well as with other provinces in the southeastern region and international partners in which it has cooperative agreements. The province will emphasize collaboration and exchange in training and nurturing literary and artistic talents, particularly among young talents. It will create favorable conditions for artists to cooperate, exchange, and access new progressive global literary and artistic trends and products. Notably, Bình Phước will focus on building mechanisms and policies to support young and female artists working in remote areas, armed forces, and among ethnic minorities. The province will continue to train artistic talents, promote innovation, and meet the requirements for building a diverse and integrated cultural identity in Bình Phước. It aims to develop individuals who are harmonious, caring, self-reliant, disciplined, and creative. There will be respect for and promotion of freedom of thought, academic inquiry, and democratic practices in literary and artistic activities, encouraging new explorations that enrich the Vietnamese cultural identity.
100% of district, town and city centers in Bình Phước have access to the 5th generation network so far. The expansion of the 5th generation coverage will enhance the province's competitiveness, attractive investment, foster the development of modern industrial zones, and strongly support businesses in applying advanced technology in production and operation.
The province currently has 2,075 transmission stations, including 2,075 4G stations, 40 5G stations, and a fully digitized fiber optic network spanning over 95,000 kilometers. The average internet access speed reaches 54.2 megabytes, matching the national average. In 2024 and 2025, Bình Phước aims to deploy an additional 200 5G stations in administrative centers and industrial zones while improving network quality and internet access speeds. Bình Phước goal is to become one of the pioneering localities in applying digital technology across all aspects of social and economic life.
Party General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm hosted a reception in Hanoi on October the 18th for visiting President and Chief Justice of the Supreme People's Court of China, Zhang Jun.
General Secretary and President Tô Lâm emphasized the long-standing traditional relationship between the two nations, which spans various fields, including judicial and court matters. He praised the achievements made by both Vietnam's and China's courts over the years. He highlighted the talks between the two chief justices during this visit to Vietnam, where both sides agreed on key areas of future cooperation. The top Vietnamese leader urged both countries' courts to further enhance cooperation, particularly at the local level along the shared border, to address the new demands of each country's international integration process and strengthen judicial collaboration between the two nations.
Potential for cooperation between Vietnam and Malaysia, particularly in the food industry, has been introduced to Malaysian partner and attendee within the framework of the ongoing Selangor International Business Summit 2024 in Kuala Lumpur.
With a population of approximately 100 million and a predominantly young workforce, Vietnam has effectively carried out its agricultural export strategies, focusing on key products such as rice, coffee, and high-quality fresh fruits. In 2023, Vietnam's total export value of agricultural products reached $26.4 billion, up 17% compared to 2022. While imports of Vietnamese goods declined in Europe and the Americas, the Asian market saw a 6.8% increase in imports of agroforestry aquatic products. Vietnam's key staples exported to Malaysia include tea, coffee, pepper, and rice, with rice exports alone reaching over $345 million last year. Notably, in the first 8 months of this year, Malaysia imported as much rice from Vietnam as it did throughout 2023. Selangor International Business Summit is an eagerly anticipated annual event for businesses, serving as a vital platform to promote cross-border trade, facilitate connections, showcase creativity, and expand business networks throughout ASEAN. The event generated potential transaction values of up to $4 billion last year. Running from October 16th to 19th, this year's edition features 650 food and beverage booths and workshops on halal standards, smart cities, and the digital economy. It expects 12,000 visitors from 18 countries.
Vietnam exported over 7 million tons of rice worth $4.37 billion in the first 3 quarters of 2024, up 9.2% in volume and 23.5% in value compared to the same period last year, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development had reported.
The average export price of rice stood at $624 per ton, up 13%. Recently, the Indian government lifted its ban on the export of non-basmati white rice, ending the suspension that lasted over 1 year on overseas sales. Vietnamese rice exporters said that India's decision will exert downward pressure on the prices of rice varieties in the market. However, the price of Vietnamese rice is unlikely to fall below $500 per ton due to limited domestic supply. Recently, Vietnam won a bid to supply nearly 60,000 tons of rice to Indonesia in its September rice tender with a winning price of $548 per ton, down $32 from the previous price. Despite the price decrease in the bid, demand from key markets such as the Philippines and Malaysia remains high.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, Trang Tiên Pedestrian Street in Hanoi hosted a showcase of áo dài collection from renowned designer during the Hanoi Autumn Color event in celebrations of Vietnamese Women's Day on October the 20th.
The showcase featured hundreds of designs inspired by the traditional outside from various brands, all crafted from traditional materials, captivating visitors. This marked the inaugural fashion show on Trang Tien Street, a location expected to become Hanoi's fashion hub in the near future. The Hanoi Autumn Colors Outside Showcase is a culturally significant community event aimed at promoting and enhancing the value of traditional Vietnamese craftsmanship through creative outside designs. It celebrates the heritage of designers passionate about the Vietnamese culture in Hanoi while attracting tourists to the capital, thereby boosting local tourism development.
And that also wraps up our bulletin. Thank you for tuning in and goodbye for now.